I'm 92 years old. That number still surprises me when I say it out loud. 92. I've lived long enough to watch the world change its face more times than I can count. Long enough to see people come and go. Long enough to learn what matters, and what never did. And I don't have much time left. I can feel it. No fear in that. Just clarity. That's why I'm sitting here now, speaking to you, maybe a stranger, maybe someone younger, maybe someone who feels lost, because there are things no one tells you until it's too late. And I don't want to take these truths with me. So please, listen carefully. The first thing I need to tell you is this, and I need you to really hear it. Most of what you worry about never happens. I know because I spent a lifetime afraid of failing, afraid of letting people down, afraid of looking foolish, afraid of not being enough for this world. Fear followed me everywhere. I woke up with it. I went to sleep with it. I carried it like it was my responsibility to be afraid. And now, at 92, I can finally tell you the truth. Fear took more from me than failure ever did. Every time I didn't try, fear won. Every time I stayed quiet, fear won. Every time I chose comfort over truth, fear won again. You've been taught a terrible lie, that mistakes ruin lives. They don't. Mistakes teach. Mistakes shape you. Mistakes remind you that you were brave enough to try. What actually ruins lives is regret. It's silence. It's waiting for someday. It's staying where your soul feels small. The moments that visit you late at night, when the world goes quiet, are never the times you tried and failed. They are the moments you wanted to speak and didn't. The moments you wanted to leave and stayed. The moments you wanted to love and held back. Those moments don't fade with time. They grow louder. So if fear is whispering in your ear right now, telling you to wait, to stay safe, to stay quiet, don't listen. Fear is a terrible advisor, and I don't want you to reach my age and realize what I did. That the cost of fear is always higher than the cost of trying. When you're young, time feels endless. It stretches out in front of you like an open road, and you truly believe you can stop whenever you want. So you say things like, "I'll do it later. There's plenty of time. I'll change someday." I said those things too. I believed them. Let me tell you something. Gently, not to scare you, but to wake you up. Time does not move slowly. It disappears. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't warn you. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. Years don't pass one by one. They pass in chunks. One day you're 20, full of plans and energy, convinced the world will pause while you figure yourself out. Then you blink, and you're 40, busy, tired, telling yourself you'll get back to your dreams when things calm down. Then you blink again, and the phone rings less often. Birthdays feel quieter. Names disappear from your contact list, one by one. And somewhere in between, without noticing, you stopped being the youngest person in the room. The hardest part isn't getting older. It's realizing how many moments you rush through without being present. You don't recognize the good old days while you're living them. You only see them in the rearview mirror after they're gone. I wish I had slowed down more. I wish I had laughed longer. I wish I had taken more pictures and worried less about being productive. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, let me save you some time. It does not exist. There will always be a reason to wait, always a responsibility, always a fear. The perfect moment isn't when everything is ready. The perfect moment is the one you're in right now. Right now, while your body still moves easily. Right now, while the people you love are still here. Right now, before someday quietly turns into never. Don't let your life pass while you're preparing to live it. Start now, not tomorrow, not next year, now. Movies lied to you about love. They taught you that love is loud, that it arrives with fireworks, grand speeches, and perfect timing, that if it doesn't feel intense all the time, it must not be real. That isn't love. Real love is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need an audience. Real love looks like someone bringing you water without asking, like sitting in the same room, doing nothing, and feeling at peace, like staying, even when the excitement fades and the days look ordinary. Love isn't always thrilling. Sometimes it's repetitive. Sometimes it's boring. And that's where most people get confused. I lost people I loved because I thought love should feel dramatic. I thought if my heart wasn't racing, something was wrong. So I chased intensity and walked away from safety. That was my mistake. Because love isn't chaos. It isn't anxiety. It isn't constantly wondering where you stand. Love feels like being able to exhale. It's choosing the same person on the days you don't feel like it. It's showing up when it would be easier to walk away. It's forgiveness, over and over again. The loudest loves burn fast. The quiet ones last. If someone makes you feel calm in a world that never stops shaking, pay attention. That kind of peace is rare. Don't let them go, because it doesn't look like the movies. Movies end in 2 hours. Real love has to survive real life. And let me tell you something else, honestly. Loneliness is louder than heartbreak. Heartbreak hurts, but it heals. Loneliness settles in and stays. So if you have someone who feels like home, not perfect, not dramatic, but steady, hold on. Because when the noise of the world fades, quiet love is the one you'll miss the most. Here's a truth that would have freed me decades earlier if someone had been honest with me. No one is thinking about you as much as you think they are. I know that sounds uncomfortable at first, but it's also incredibly liberating. People are not watching your every move. They are not replaying your mistakes. They are too busy worrying about themselves. That embarrassing moment you still think about at night. They forgot it before the day ended. That mistake you made years ago. They moved on. Some of them don't even remember it happened. That opinion you're afraid to share, it matters far less than you imagine. I spent half my life trying to impress people who don't even remember my name. I dressed for approval. I spoke carefully, filtering my truth so no one would judge me. I made choices based on how they would look from the outside. And do you know what that got me? Nothing lasting. The people you're trying to impress are not keeping score. They're not handing out awards. They won't be there at the end to tell you that you've lived correctly. So live your life. Wear what you want, even if it's not fashionable. Say what you mean, even if your voice shakes. Choose what feels right, even if others don't understand. You don't need permission to be yourself. At the end of your life, approval is useless. Applause fades. Opinions disappear. But peace. Peace stays with you when everything else falls quiet. And trust me, when the room finally goes silent, peace is the only thing you'll wish you had more of. I wish I had treated my body better. Not for vanity, for freedom. Your body is not permanent. Every bad habit charges interest. You don't feel it at first. You feel it later. Take walks, drink water, sleep. Move your body while it still listens to you. One day it won't, and you'll miss the simplest things. Standing without pain, breathing deeply, waking up without stiffness. Health is invisible until it's gone. I chased money. Thought it would make me secure. Thought it would make me important. It didn't. Money solves problems, but it does not fill silence. The richest moments of my life cost nothing. Laughter at the dinner table, holding someone's hand, watching the sun rise with nowhere to be. If you trade your life for money, make sure you don't forget how to live. There are 3 sentences you should never delay. I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Say them now. Don't wait for the right moment. It may never come. I have conversations I still rehearse in my head with people who are no longer here. Don't let your last words be silence. Let me tell you something important. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not failing. Life is not a race. Some bloom early, some bloom late, some bloom after everything falls apart. I found peace late, but I found it. You still have time, as long as you're breathing. If this is the last thing I ever say, let it be this. Your life does not need to be impressive. It needs to be honest. Choose kindness. Choose courage. Choose yourself. Call the person you miss. Forgive yourself. Start again. And when you're old, I hope you can sit quietly and say, I lived. Thank you for listening. That's all I needed to tell you before I go.